From awkward flirting to hilarious slip-ups and jaw-dropping comebacks, these are the wildest celebrity moments ever caught on live TV. Get ready to laugh, cringe, and second-guess everything you just saw.
Awesome. I thought it was great. I read about the character that Ryan?
It's Ryan.
Ryan. And I called up the producers and I said, why don't we see if we can get Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
And this first one, it's a masterclass in forgetting someone very famous, live in front of millions. So, imagine this, a celebrity sitting on a talk show, all eyes on them, mid-interview. They start talking about a co-star, sounding confident, until their mind completely blanks. Ryan, they stammer, trying to pull the name from thin air. You can practically feel the panic building. The audience starts to chuckle as they keep going. Ryan, Gosling. Ryan, Gosling. Finally, they get it. Everyone laughs, but those few seconds of hesitation, brutal. It's one of those moments where time slows and you can see the fear in their eyes. The kind of live TV moment where the silence is louder than any punchline. The host tries to rescue the mood, but the damage is already done. It's pure, awkward gold. And honestly, it just proves that even the most polished stars aren't immune to a good old-fashioned brain freeze under pressure.
I am.
And Kylie, you're single at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kylie Minogue.
I'm single at the moment.
Well, hello! But Cameron Diaz and Kylie Minogue, can guys ask you out?
Yeah, you just ask. But yeah.
What's the ratio of people asking you out to you saying yes?
Good question!
And here's where it gets even stranger. The kind of flirtation that turns from charming to cringe in record time. The host is chatting with Cameron Diaz and Kylie, both single at the time, and decides to play matchmaker. Or, honestly, more like a stand-up comic who didn't know when to quit. He leans in, all smiles, and says, "So, you're both single? Well, hello." The crowd laughs, but it's that uneasy kind of laughter, the kind that fills dead air. Then he doubles down, asking about the ratio of men, asking them out to how often they say yes. Cameron keeps her cool, laughing it off with a polite grin, but you can feel the awkwardness radiating off the set. Kylie shifts in her seat. The audience is half laughing, half wincing. It's peak live TV discomfort. The host's flirty charm? Gone. What's left is a masterclass in secondhand embarrassment.
When you gain a little weight, I fluctuate between 5 and 10 pounds. It's not all bad. It goes to the fun areas as well, right? So you have to embrace that.
Let's talk about that.
The fun areas.
I didn't think about that, but it would go to other
You don't
areas.
think about my fun areas?
Well, no. I didn't say that. See, my fun area doesn't get bigger when I eat. In fact, if I eat a lot, it can look smaller.
But just when you think the awkward flirting couldn't possibly get worse, this next one breaks the scale. A lighthearted chat about weight gain suddenly takes a wild turn. The actress is explaining how she embraces body changes and even jokes that the extra pounds go to the fun areas. Totally innocent, right? Then the male host, instead of letting the moment pass, jumps in with, "Let's talk about that, the fun areas." The audience bursts out laughing, but not because it's funny, it's because everyone knows he just made it weird. Then he makes it worse, saying his own fun area gets smaller when he eats too much. The actress tries to keep her composure, laughing nervously, but her face says it all. Please make this stop. The audience is howling, the host is digging deeper, and the whole thing turns into a crash course in how not to handle live interviews.
No, that's very good. That's right. You want to sit? You want to sit? Hold on. You can drink from the other side. You got that? No. You can see what you think? That's good. That's good. That's not too bad. I'm not mad at that.
So now, brought our Christmas cocktail.
And what about this last one? It's the kind of live television anxiety that makes you want to curl into your couch and vanish. Though the arrangement looks innocent, a brief tasting session, a bit of giggling, and a little bit of innocent flirting. It becomes unsettling. Suddenly, though, the visitor grabs the host's drink and says, "Here, you may sip from the other side." The audience falls quiet for a beat before anxious laughter breaks out across the space. Almost see the host freeze. He is debating if this is a test or a prank. Cameras zoom in, recording every flicker of anguish on their faces. The visitor attempts to make it off as jovial, but in seconds, the ambience has already changed from amicable to unpleasant. It's the kind of scene when no one knows whether to cringe or chuckle. The longer it goes, the more you understand this.
I mean, you must have had a change of heart about something.
I don't know, because I thought that I would never want to do this show with you.
Now, why? Now, let's explore this a little. Why? Because you thought I was
an ass.
But if you think that was tense, just wait till this next one, when honesty meets a microphone. A celebrity, sitting across from a popular late-night host, drops a truth bomb mid-interview. "You know, I actually didn't want to do this show with you." The audience gasps, then bursts into laughter, unsure if it's a joke or a real confession. The host laughs too, but there's a flicker of something else, that ouch moment, hiding behind a smile. "Why?" he asks, trying to play along. The guest smirks and says flatly, "Because I thought you were an a-hole." The audience loses it. It's bold, raw, and brutally funny, but there's just enough truth in it to sting. You can see the host trying to recover, joking his way through it, but that awkward spark lingers in the air. It's the perfect mix of humor and tension, the kind of live moment no script could ever plan.
It was a piece of chocolate.
It wasn't a Toblerone.
Did you feel bad?
No, I was absolutely
Did
thrilled.
you not like them?
But I thought I was going to have the thing in the morning of, "Oh, Kate, you've put chocolate in my bottom."
Did other people notice the
You're
stain?
very disturbed by this.
I am.
It wasn't up it. It
No,
was
I
just
know.
It's
Was it
not-
nutty?
No. What's the matter with him?
The following one demonstrates otherwise just when you believe you have seen every form of unpleasantness. A star mentions dropping a chocolate somewhere during a humorous discussion on on-set pranks. Let's simply say, surprising. Probably believing it's a harmless pleasure. The host asks if it was in the bottom. The audience explodes, unsure if they should glance away lightly. The actor attempts to clear, no, it wasn't up to it. But that only worsens matters. Unstoppable, the host keeps going, wondering whether it was crazy. Everyone is losing it right now, laughing more out of shock than humor. The guest's face speaks everything, a mixture of shame and resignation, as though they know this clip will live online forever. The laughter grows uneasy, the timing is off, and the entire conversation turns into one of those live TV events, spinning far beyond amusing into utter mayhem.
How many men have read the books?
There.
Show yourself.
Have you really read the books? Yeah. Did you enjoy them?
No, they're
And it is here that events from humorous to excruciatingly uncomfortable occur in the space of a second. The host starts a benign audience survey. How many women here have read the 50 Shades books? Hands rise, cheers erupt, and everyone laughs. Then he asks the guys, how many men have read it? Only a few tentative hands. And then, out of nowhere, the host focuses on one underprivileged male guest. Did you like them? The room stops for half a second before erupting into an uneasy chuckle. Obviously uneasy, the visitor moves and attempts to divert with a half smile. Every second of that silence seems an age. It's the type of television moment when everyone simultaneously realizes, yeah, this question perhaps shouldn't have been posed. Though it is the uncomfortable kind when you're not sure whether you should, the audience cannot stop giggling. One totally innocent portion became utter cringe history.
In the reception room, like you.
Like in the green room,
And
yeah.
it have one camera in a ladies' toilets. I would like to very much see these ladies from all sides make a toilet.
And then there's this gem, a perfect storm of language barriers and live TV timing. A foreign celebrity, trying his best in English, starts explaining how he'd love to make a toilet. The audience bursts out laughing instantly, and the poor guy looks utterly lost, wondering what he said wrong. The host is trying not to lose it, but completely fails, tears forming as he explains through his laughter that make a toilet doesn't quite mean what the guest thinks it does. The celebrity looks confused for a beat, then joins in the laughter, realizing his innocent phrase just became international comedy gold. The whole thing is pure chaos. Cameras shaking from laughter, the audience howling, and the host gasping for air. What was meant to be a simple conversation turned into one of the most unintentionally iconic mistranslations ever to happen on live TV. A little lost in translation and a lot unforgettable.
Our next presenter is the star of the hilarious comedy The Martian. He's also the only person who Ben Affleck hasn't been unfaithful to. Please welcome Matt Damon.
Thank you.
And to wrap it up, we've got one that deserves a standing ovation and maybe an apology card. During a star-studded live event, the host introduces Matt Damon with a line that instantly lights up the room. He's also the only man Ben Affleck hasn't cheated on. The crowd erupts. Damon steps out, grinning like a pro, owning the moment instead of dodging it. You can tell he's been roasted before, but this one hits a little differently. Instead of firing back, he laughs, bows, and takes it with total grace. It's a masterclass in rolling with the punches, and honestly, one of the few times a roast turned into a lesson in humility. From flirty fails to off-the-rails interviews, these moments prove live TV is the ultimate truth serum. Which celebrity moment made you cringe the hardest? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more hilariously awkward Hollywood chaos, because this ride never ends.